Justin Allgaier hard into the wall. So Allgaier, one of the drivers we expected at the beginning of the season would be running for a championship and be a competitor here at this race, into the wall. And it looked like nobody around him.
Well, this is the risk. I love the call to come get tires because it opened up the strategy, but you have to take care of your car back in the pack. Something has got the 7 turned around and some pretty heavy damage to that right rear quarter panel.
It looked like in the inner loop, maybe getting through the inner loop, just got that car unsettled.
Yeah, it looked like the exit of the bus stop maybe, right in front of Dale Jr. Dale, he was right underneath you.
Yeah, let's see what happened here. Going through there side by side is almost impossible for those guys, and you can see right there, just a difficult situation for all drivers involved, and he gets the worst of it.
Yeah, Ross Chastain just gets in so deep, he drives into the left rear quarter panel, and then I think politely said, hey, I've already spun him, so let me spin him completely out and not spin myself out. You see the contact.
Yeah, this is a battle for 14th place. Custer to the inside. Look at the 7, though. He doesn't want to go by the 4. Is he looking for a little payback here as they're coming through the inner loop? Out of the inner loop, into the carousel. What is he going to do? He gets him a little bit of bumper. Hey, send him into the tire barrier right there. Payback from earlier.
Gonna kill him.
Ross Chastain in the fence.
Kill him.
Dexter Mellon, Buckle Up New York Chevy was running good. We really had a pretty good car for no decals on it. But the biggest thing was that I did have my seatbelts on. Our 9-point safety harnesses did hold me in, did their job. The tires really were aggressive. I don't think I've ever hit tires before, so I didn't expect when I did slide into them that I thought I would just bounce off of them and keep going, but they grabbed the car and destroyed it. So hate that for Johnny Davis and Gary Keller. We've had
We see you upset, but you and Ross Chastain had a run-in mid-race, and then you ran back into him. Was it intentional on your behalf to go back out and seek him, or how did that develop in your mind?
Ross and I have had a rocky relationship. We've had some contact in the past, and he took advantage in the bus stop and wrecked me on purpose, and that was disappointing. I had every intention of probably turning him around. I didn't want to put him in the fence, so my apologies to Johnny Davis and that 4 team. I had no intention of wrecking their car, but I wanted to make sure that I got the point across that, that's not the first time that he's run into me and hurt our day. And it's just frustrating when people race you like that week in and week out. So it's just a shame that it had to end that way.
Justin Allgaier with a nice rally, though. He winds up finishing 4th today.
We got a spin. We got a car in the tire barrier. Over in the carousel, the 43 of Bubba Wallace entering the carousel. I don't know how he got turned around, but he has hit the tire barrier. See if he can get his car moving here. Backing his car up. Lost the tailpiece. I don't know if he made hard contact with the front, but he did back that car in with the left rear quarter panel as he pulls away.
Replay.
Yeah, he's kind of already up and backwards and sliding. Hard to say, as Dale mentioned, what got him there. Heavy contact really with both ends of the race car, the rear and the front, as those tires kind of grabbed and spun around the 43. He'll bring it to pit road to make some repairs.
Yeah, I think the lucky thing for him is I don't think that any of the suspension got bent there. That left front contact wasn't really hard enough, so at least the tires are all going to be pointing in the same direction, and he'll be able to pull that off, all that body work, and get going.
Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch beating and banging down the front stretch. A big shot by Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace says, I don't care, you're done. I'm sending you into turn 1, and listen. Bubba Wallace might have become a fan favorite with that move.
Yeah, a lot of contact here, and both drivers very aggressive on the front stretch. And then Bubba Wallace, after the 18 went by him, just decided, well, you're not gonna go any further around this turn. I'm gonna spin you.
Listen, when you come to a road course, you have issues with the same people, it seems, every time. Right here at the 18 of Kyle Busch, this seems harmless to me. He gets underneath the 24 of William Byron. I thought this was no harm, no foul. I don't think Kyle Busch likes it. A few laps later, he sends the 24. We saw him go through the grass. We weren't sure how he got there. He got sent by the 18.
Okay, coast it around. And if I see that 18 come back around here without you knocking the of him, we're going to have a problem.
That was Chad Canals to his driver, so then you see the damage. How did he get the damage? After the green and white checker, you see the 18 slowing down. William Byron goes up and runs into the back of him to show him his displeasure. The problem is the damage is all to the 24. Let's listen in what Kyle Busch's thoughts are on the situation.
Push that nose in pretty good. Yep. Pretty sure I can see it from here. Making it more of a car shape. Again, my be better, but I don't think we have time for it. So whatever, we got what we got. No, we don't.
Ryan Blaney got a little nose under Jimmy going into the carousel. Little contact was made. Jimmy stood in the throttle, hoping to stop the car from hitting the tire barrier. Was unsuccessful. Hard contact with the right front. Here's a 48 radio.
Earl, you find his spotter and tell him I'm going to beat his Yes, sir.
Well, there you have it.
You heard Earl. Earl very nonchalantly, yes, sir.
Your take on that incident?
Obviously, you're going to have two takes on the incidents. I mean, first things first, I didn't mean to spin him out. I mean, that's not how I raced. I didn't mean to do it, and I know what he's fighting for, but he got off the bus stop kind of funky, and I passed probably 10 guys off the bus stop all day. I was getting through there really good, and he had old tires and thought he knew I was there, and he left more than a lane and kind of came down. I checked up, tried to stay off of him, and he just kind of turned around there. But, no, definitely unintentional. I understand he's ticked off, and I can't blame him for being ticked off. But not what I wanted to happen. I didn't run through him. I mean, I thought I was there. He thought he was clear. Just kind of one of those deals.
I know he came over to talk to you. Do you feel like